G'day ladies and gentlemen, Chief Boswick here, and today I'm going to be reviewing another Transformers Studio Series figure. What's up everyone, and welcome to another Transformers Studio Series review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Transformers number 56 Studio Series Shockwave. My second favourite Studio Series figure, second behind Blackout. But here we have Studio Series Blackout, long awaited because everyone loves this character. He is such a cool Decepticon. Now, let's get right into it and have a look at the box. Classic leader class size box, really big, with a picture of Shockwave on the front, 56, Studio Series Shockwave, Transformers Dark of the Moon, 8+, Transformers Generations, Takara Tomy. On the side here, you have a zoomed in photo, Studio Series 56 up above, and he's a leader class figure. On the other side, we have a zoomed out photo of Shockwave with the Autobot logo window up the top, authentic Transformers. On the other side, on the top, we have a window, and on the bottom, we have nothing. He is from the Dark of the Moon movie. And on the back side, we have everything that comes with this figure in the box, his obligatory product shots and bio, his alt mode and robot mode. Luckily, on the actual pictures, he is a lot more purple than he does appear in hand, which I like. I don't think the purple really suits him. He wasn't that purple in the movies. Big screen inspired scale, Battle of Chicago background. Paratroopers descend on Shockwave to stop his assault on Chicago. You have a picture of his backdrop there. And all the little bits and pieces that he comes with. 17-step transformation. Very much like Megatron's, but I'll get into that later. That's all for the box. Here he is. Here he is. Here is his backdrop. The scene from Dark of the Moon where the paragliders are dropping on the city of Chicago to take out the Decepticons. You've got some Ospreys up there. And the Paratroopers after they've pulled their chutes. Nice. I've always loved this backdrop sort of thing. Especially for the leader class figures. The size is amazing. Here's instruction set. For a leader class figure, it is just the normal size. Not any bigger, and that's just about all for that. Now, he does have a few accessories, and I will pull them all in now. Now, we'll start with these two here. So here we have two little minifigures, and these are tiny. These are the size of my thumbnail. So this is Wheelie from the second and third movie. Very nicely detailed, if you can see properly. Extremely well detailed all over. There you go. There he is. Dropped him again. There are flats on his tires there, so he can stand, but he doesn't really stand too well. He is made out of a soft rubber, so he does move around a bit, though he doesn't hold any poses. And here is Brains. Now, I don't know why he was there. I think they're included in here because they appeared in a scene with him once, but I would have expected they came with one of the wreckers. But it's very cool that we got them anyway. We can't do much with them at all, but it's nice to have them, to display them somewhere where no one's going to see them, because they are actually tiny, and it's all I can do to not lose them. I'm putting them back in the box right now in my little accessory case so I don't lose them. He does come with a Paratrooper. Some very nice detail on there. The parachute here. It does do the thing. You can't see it very well if I pan the camera up. It does, if you drop it from a long way, it does stop it. It is like a parachute toy. You have that. You can unclip these if you wish. It is a bit difficult, but you can take the parachute off if you want from these hooks. There you have that. And last but not least, here we have his weapon. Now, I've done some work on this. Because it is made of soft plastic, it was very bendy, and it was holding a bit of a banana curve. You can see it still has a bit of it, but it was like fully U-shaped. So on the inside, I cut up some paint brushes, and I super glued them in there to make it a bit more sturdy. I also sanded down a paintbrush and put it in there to make this peg a bit nicer, so it will actually stay in when I plug it on. But it comes black with some nice silver scratch marks on there. The only other weathering paint is on this figure, as well as Bumblebee Optimus Prime, that I've seen so far. This does go on the vehicle mode. You can either put it in here or on top of that. It's displayed on the box on top of there. It fits all right. It is one of the better vehicle weapon storages, because this actually makes sense, because we wouldn't know if it doesn't, because it is a Cybertronian tank, which we never saw. But there you have that. Just pull it off. You can stick it onto here as well if you wish, and that does make a bit more sense. It does integrate a bit better into the vehicle mode. There you have that. Now, onto the figure itself. Here we have Shockwave in his Cybertronian tank mode, and I love this tank mode. We never see it in the movie, but it is an extremely cool looking tank. Now, you did catch me say it's almost exactly like Megatron's. Now, let's get in Megatron here. Here we have Revenge of the Fallen Megatron's tank mode. These are his legs. These are Megatron's legs. His head's just in there. His arms, while it is covered by his backpack, his arms are in here. And Shockwave's arms are here too, except they're reversed. So the shoulders are at the back, whereas the shoulders are here for this one. The exact same mechanism is used for the thighs. See, they just stick out like that. They do the same here. They stick out there. And they peg in almost at the exact same space. But there you have that. Now, on back onto the figure. This figure is absolutely amazing. The detail in it is fantastic. The boosters on the back and the nice brass, bronzish colouring inside is fantastic. All over, absolute phenomenal detail. As I said, there is a bit of paint chipping here. That's paint detail, I mean. It's nice. I don't know. Yeah, it was purple that's been scratched to blackish. It's really nice. Nice dry brushing all over. It's fantastic paintwork. You can see the treads in there, which are covered up a lot by armor. Here you can see that paint scratching a bit more. There as well. These horns are rubber. Soft rubber. Like that. For Poseability, you've got this hose that's a bit of rubber that moves, and you've also got these. These top boosters just move on a diagonal axis, and this bottom one moves up and down like that. So you can display them out if you wish. This is on a bit of a rubber, so it doesn't stay down. But there you have that. Now, for comparison, let's get in Megatron that we had in before. I feel like he's a bit of an upscale. They didn't reuse the design. They reused they didn't reuse the exact parts. They reused the design, but they fully redid it. So the transformation is kind of similar, but they didn't use the same parts in any bit. There you have them two together. I don't have Dark of the Moon Megatron, but I might actually, contrary to what I said in the Movie 1 Megatron video, I might get him, because on Big Bad Toy Store you can get him and Jetfire, and I want Jetfire to give Optimus the Jetfire upgrade kit. Here he is with, speak of the devil, Optimus Prime. You have that. And last but not least, I've been forgetting to do these, so not anymore. Here he is with his G1 counterpart. Here he is with Masterpiece Shockwave from the Generation 1 show. You have that. Much bigger and a lot more purple. There you have that. And here he is with my favorite Studio Series figure and another leader class. Here he is with Blackout. There you have that. His leader class name definitely comes from the amount of accessories that he comes with. And the box is needed to be big to house all these accessories. And his weapon is a leader class size weapon. But Movie 1 Megatron is bigger than him in height. There you have that. Now, let's get on to transformation. Now, this transformation, as it said, is 17 steps, so it's pretty easy. You want to split these apart, and if you're looking for a bit, make it a bit easier, you can take these off. But I'm going to show you how to transform him with them first, and then we'll take them off. Now you want to unpeg these arms and raise them up. Now we want to come down. Want to swivel these legs down like that. You want to fold out the foot and fold it back on that hinge like that. Now with these, fold it out, and it just sits up the back of the leg just like that. That's what it's supposed to do. It doesn't look very good. Or you can fold it down like that as a heel spur. But that's what I prefer to do when I have him with them on. And they do a bit to destabilize him. There's actually some sharp parts on here. I just realized I'm actually scratching myself now. Now you want to move the camera up. It's very foggy. Want to untab the boosters here like that. And bring the arms, the shoulders, out. They're just tabbed in. Bring them out like that. There's some hidden detail on the back here. You can see. It isn't displayed, it's covered up, but it's there anyway. This plugs into a little hole in there. There's actually a figure stand plug just in there. That's a little hole there. And now you want to pull this booster part down and onto his back. And there's a little hole in there. See it just there? That plugs into that peg there that plugged into the figure stand before in vehicle mode. Now bring it up against his back on a double hinge. And it does come a bit higher than his back there. And this slot there taps into that peg there, much like Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. And Dark of the Moon, and Movie 1 Megatron too. Now we'll move the camera up. Make sure his arms are all situated. Now you want to bring these thighs up, much like Movie 2 Megatron, like that till they click. And posing him correctly, you have Shockwave, Studio Series Shockwave in his robot mode, and you can see why I love this figure so much. Such a nice figure. He is so cool. And I love the character in the movie, but I just love this figure so much more. Now, as I said, come down to here if you want, and this is just a hinge joint. You can just pull these off and put them in your little accessory box. And I prefer to do that, and then I just swivel these around just to tie that up. It makes it a lot better, especially when I'm filming Transformers stop motions and I get close up of feet. I like to clean them up a bit, just to make it a bit nicer. But all over, this figure is fantastic. The head sculpt is great with little teeth in between the jaws, the red eye. Nice. I love the purple that they used as well. All the way down. Fantastic detailing. This gun is great too. It's, the barrel is rubber. I've seen people make lights to go in there. All over, amazing detailing. This hand is rubber here. Soft rubber. On the back, you have your boosters. Very accurate too. Lots of little details just in there that it's extremely pleasing to see. Now, with some special some nail polish, you put the nail polish in there because when he came for me, this swivel was really loose. So I just put some nail polish in there, and now we can officially hold it up above his head like that, whereas he couldn't before. And that's how I display him, with his cannon up in the air. Although you can do it like that, how he had it in the fight with Optimus. Or you could do it in the first fight with Optimus, or you can do it in his fight with the Wreckers where he had it up above his head. You can also have it here like that, which I also like. I think that's pretty cool too. Just anything you do with this figure, he's just amazing, because I just love this figure so much. Now, for his weapon, bring it along here. You can plug it into the top of his arm, like that. I don't really like it that much, so I put it under here. And it fits really snugly with that new upgrade. And you have his little sword in there, which I believe he had. I think he had it in the actual movie. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there you have that. Now, for comparison, here he is with Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. Have them two for scale. I've actually painted Megatron fully to make his colour a bit darker, and I really like it. Here he is with Optimus. Yeah, that. Here he is with my favourite leader class and Studio Series figure. Here he is with Blackout. Have that. I'll bump that. And last but not least, here he is with his G1 counterpart, Masterpiece Shockwave from the Generation 1 show. And they look great together. Very cool. Now, as for Poseability, he can look up that far. He can look down that far, but with this joint in here, he can look down all the way. Do a full 360. His arm can go out that far. Going to rotate at the shoulder, and rotate at the bicep. It's got a 90-degree elbow, and it's got a up and down at the wrist. On the gun arm, it just has a hinge at a rotation at the bicep and a hinge at the elbow, and that's all. No race swivel. He's got does the full splits. Leg goes forward that far, back that far, swivel at the thigh. He's got a bend at the knee, and this knee pad has some movement in it, and I really like that. I like that about Optimus too. And he's got a wicked ankle tilt. You can go down that far and up that far, so you can get some really good poses with his legs and his feet. But that's just about all for Shockwave. And I'm definitely really glad I got this figure in the end. This figure is fantastic. I bought him with Scavenger and in a pack from Big Bad Toy Store, and I've had him for a little while, and I finally got down to be able to do the review, and I love this figure. Get this figure, definitely. Do not wait. Get him right now. He is an amazing figure, and he stands really well with your whole display. I can't fit him in my display. I've got too many figures, so I've got him with Blackout as my two leader class, and they give up a lot of space. I got them together on my bedside table because they look fantastic together, and I love the two characters. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe and share it with other people, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.